Hi there, this is Jeff with Sound Light Technicians. I just want to go over a Trackspot here and give you some basic tips on how I clean these up. And this Trackspot here is typical Trackspot. You can see here, hopefully you can see in the mirror, it's very dirty and this thing has not been maintained very well. So the first thing you do is you've got the opening here, you pull this down and you can remove this cover. Now don't let it fall into the circuit board, you don't want to damage it, so let it go ahead and hang to the outside. Now when you look through the Trackspot here, we have, this is a thermal infrared reflector. Here you have a shutter, here's your color gobo wheel, or your color wheel, here's your gobo wheel, you've got your focusing lens, and then you've got your final lens. So one of my tricks that I like to use is actually this stuff here. Any of them have this, and this is found in automotive shops, and it's a wax and dry, and this does a really good job as far as cleaning and also leaving a film on the parts. So you can see how nasty and dirty the mirror is. Take that, rub that around a little bit, and you can do it by feel more than anything, because you can feel the particulates and stuff like that. Let me put a little drip rag down here. So just kind of rub this around a little bit, and you can rub off all of the gunk and everything on the mirror. Now as you're rubbing this off, you can feel it gets really smooth. You can feel little areas, and I actually like to use my fingers because it gives you a better tactile feedback as far as what you've got going on. This mirror actually is a little bit damaged. It's got some plating coming off, but then polish this off. And as you polish off the mirror, you can see that the mirror comes out very nice, very clean. And like I said, with the wax and dry, it actually leaves a very thin layer of wax that kind of helps keep the smoke and the moisture and other dust off the mirror. So you can see that that shined up, except for the damaged area. You can see that that is nice and shiny. The next thing is right here. This is your main lens. You have a nut right here. Loosen the nut up. Take this lens and you can slide it all the way out. Now once you look up in the lens, you can see how dirty that is. Is it catching it? Okay. Same thing here. I spray a little bit of this stuff inside. So you can see it there. And then I just rub it around with my fingers. Give it a nice, you can kind of feel then where all the dirt is. It catches around the edges. And this really helps. I mean, you would be amazed at what just a little bit of maintenance will do as far as the light output of any of your lights, not just a Trackspot. Take your rag, buff it off. Still have a little bit of moisture in there. So continue buffing this off till we get all of that clear. And a little bit more. There we go. Look at that. Nice clear lens. So between doing the mirror and this, we probably just literally just doubled our light output. Now this lens in here, same thing. Now some people go, oh my gosh, don't squirt in there, but you're not going to hurt anything. Squirt a little of your fluid in there. Buff this lens off. Back out just a little bit so you can see where I am. So I'm right down on this first lens. I'm filming, cleaning it here. I think you can probably see through the mirror where I am. So I'm cleaning through the lens. Can you see through here? Okay. So then you can take a look down through there and you can actually see. Now then you want to clean the back side. Use the damp part of the rag. Clean the back side of the lens off. Alright, so now we've just cleaned the two lenses. Now you can slide this back in. Now I didn't mark the focus point because I always refocus them when I hang them up, but if you have your own, you might want to mark the focus point with a piece of tape right here. The next lenses we have here, we have your dichromatic color lenses in here, and I get this just a little bit damp, and I pinch it right here and gently rub around each one of the colors. And you can rub around each color, rotate the lens or the thing, so you look, and you can see all the dirt, see all the black stuff on there. So that is showing all the stuff that I'm getting off these lenses, and that is just another stage of getting that light reduction out of view. So looking at here, go through here and you can clean up all the lenses. And once again, I like to use my fingers, or I use just my two fingers, and I actually feel, because you can actually feel the lens smooth up a little bit. And the last one here is infrared. Now be very, very gentle with that one. You want to make sure that that lens there does not get scratched. Don't use any abrasive cleaners. It's another reason I use this stuff here, because if you use an abrasive ammonia based or some kind of a very good glass cleaner, well, it may do really good on glass, but it will also do really good at taking off the lenses here. So you can get in here and you can wipe that off. You can see that just came out really nasty and dirty. And then come through here, wipe around the reflector. Take care not to touch the bulb. If you're worried about that, remove the bulb. And there you go, you just cleaned a Trackspot. So, reinstall the, and of course, I forgot to say, down in the very bottom here, and you're not going to be able to see it on the camera, but underneath here is the fan. You can blow that out with the air hose, but you need to reach up here in the vent if you have small hands, and I can't. Or you need to hold it with a screwdriver, because you don't want the fan over speeding if you blow that out with the air nozzle. So when you reattach this, drop it back in here, underneath the slip here, press it down, pull this down, make sure it's down, and then it locks in firmly. Now I can go ahead and come in here and I can test it, where I will actually plug it in. It goes through a home system. Now in the personality switch, you switch to 1 and you turn 1 on, and that will actually go to a self-test mode where it will go through, turn on the light. You can see it up above from the garage. Nice and clear, very, very bright. Where before it kind of had this smoky outside edge, and of course it's not focused right now, but had a very weird outside edge that was all hazy and everything, and now it's going through the test modes. It's testing the shutter. Then when you look back down here at the light, you're going to see it's going to do a pan, left, right, left, right. Then it's going to go up and down. And you can see just how clear that is. And of course there's inside. You don't want to run this very long with the lid off, because even though the fan's right underneath it pulling the heat out, and always make sure if you ever do service a fan that it's actually exhausting out the back vent and not blowing across the fan. So it pulls this across. It's got a heat divider here, protects the circuit board. Air goes in across the circuit board, comes over here, and then exhausts out the back. So you can see that is all it is to servicing the Trackspot. Thank you for watching. Again, I am Jeff, the sound guy with Sound and Light Technicians. And thank you very much for watching this. Also check out some of my other videos on the Trackspot Bolt. It is the LED version of this light, which is absolutely a fantastic light. It only pulls 135 watts and the maintenance is much less, but it uses all the same motors. Thanks for watching.